Fuck it.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live?
Fuck it.
We'll do it
Piece of
live.
shit.
We'll do it live?
Do it live.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
What was our topic?
I fucking hate you already.
It's Gundam.
Oh,
Today.
good. This would be great. I'm glad we got back to this topic.
Today, on Stumbling Down History Road, we'll be covering Gundam Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, with a minor focus in gunpla.
Define minor.
Excellent.
I'm Jackson.
Tom.
D.
Phone boy.
You gonna introduce yourself there?
Oh, hi. I'm Sebastian. I'm a gunpla fanatic.
It sounds like the minor might be a major.
He has a lot of gunpla. Yes, he does.
Oh. So,
A lot's a little understated.
To be fair, though, it is all high grade, so...
since
Fucking
we've mentioned...
scum.
Hey,
was
yeah,
some-
but here's my counter to that. I can buy 3 or 4 high grades for the price of 1 master grade.
Get on my perfect grade level.
So,
Oh, God, I have one, and I'm terrified of it. It scares me.
One.
It stares at me at
That's
night.
cute.
What perfect grade is it?
The crossbone.
So,
Where'd you get a perfect grade
That
crossbow from?
doesn't. You're thinking master grade then.
No, it's a real. Oh no, it's a real grade, not premium grade.
Oh,
Oh, the real grade.
pussy shit. Got it.
Yeah, the real grade crossbone's a really good one, actually.
They're good kids. Just in a scale that's for like 2-year-olds.
please learn to talk into the mic.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Mic, go this way.
Make him go that way.
But, yeah. So, since we've mentioned it probably about, 18 times already, the fuck's a gunpla?
Do you want the long
It's the
story,
acronym
or-
for Gundam Plastic Model.
Does that answer it?
I mean,
that's the short answer.
for the name, yes.
Okay. So, where did we leave off with Gundam Part 1? Electric Gun.
We're mostly kind of
Shambles.
setting up the premise of how the worlds and timelines work and what a Gundam is in general, kind of.
Okay, that's nerd shit. Let's talk about models. Less nerd shit.
Want to go over the scales first, or
No, let's go over how Gunpla started. This
Bandai
is
wanted money?
history. Okay.
That's your answer.
So Bandai's the guys releasing it?
Yes.
Yes.
Bandai also makes Gundam.
They own Sunrise now, so yes,
Yeah. They own.
but not back in the day.
Sunrise is okay. So Sunrise is the studio. They make and own Gundam. Bandai is like the toy company
Bandai.
that gets the rights to that type of stuff, and they make and do the toy stuff. It was technically 2 completely separate wheelhouses, and now they're the same.
Yeah, they merged because Gundam became such like an iconic thing for Japan.
Oh, I forgot we had a guest. He was so
A lot
quiet.
of people actually from Japan consider Gundam like an actual cultural like phenomena. Like it's one of the things they legitimately consider their exports. Gunpla is one of those things,
Okay.
which I guess makes sense because they sell fucking millions of pounds of Gunpla.
Pounds is in that
Like
fake
literal
money?
No,
Or-
like literal plastic pounds. Like they.
Yeah, like literal tons of plastic.
Like literal? Like literal? Like
Super
literal,
Like,
literal?
yes.
Or
Like yes.
or like literal, literal?
I mean, 1 truckload of Gunpla is a lot. So
It is a truckload, I agree.
And trucks by themselves are several tons.
It's weird how that happens.
But so the Gunpla originally started. Well, first there was no Gunpla. It was more just kind of like cheap action figures.
So what you're saying is, first there was nothing, then a big bang happened,
Well,
and then God created the universe, and it has been widely considered to be a poor.
Poor
is that
fucking
Good
mistake.
Omens or is that
It's widely considered to be a bad move on all parts.
Where did I put my headphones? There you are.
So anyway, so Gunpla. So they had
gonna
to
be a
show
long
Gundam
night.
first, right? you start with a show.
Is that how that works?
And in Japan, like, merchandising is far more important, particularly back then, than it was here at first, before the 80s, like, cartoon
Yeah, before
toy boom.
before the FCC decided that you can only advertise to kids certain ways, especially for toys. And then they were like, "Oh, this isn't an advertisement. This is a cartoon, but you can buy the toy of the cartoon."
Yeah, well, over in Japan, that
G.I.
didn't exist.
Joe.
In fact, everything over there was more based off how much merchandise you could sell.
It still is.
Oh, I mean,
Transformers.
yeah, but I meant, like, as compared to before, where it was like advertisement money, because I guess we're doing Transform. Anyway, so
I have a soundboard, and I'm learning how to
fuck around with it.
find out.
so they
Did Phone Guy leave?
No, I'm here.
Hey.
so anyway, so yeah, they started with like little like cheap plastic, almost action figures, and those were really popular. But then they're like, oh well, we'll do model kits because model kits were kind of a bit more of a thing.
Well, the original toys weren't even Bandai. They were a completely different company.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Ooh. I sense rumble.
And they weren't even just plastic. It was like die-cast metal.
like
Was
pewter?
it really?
I couldn't tell you the exact metal. off the
Yeah,
top of my
I
head.
actually there's another Gundam podcast I watched. They have I'll send you a picture of it when I get a chance.
I've almost
they're-
bought the
they don't
original
look
toys
like the
several
Gundam.
times. I've had the
stopped
chance to. Money.
Yeah,
How
they're
many
probably-
monies are they?
They're actually not terrible. It's just I was broke at the time.
I think the most expensive Gundam item was the solid gold RX-78 model kit.
Who would have guessed solid gold being expensive?
Well, I mean, it's also like there's like, I think 3 in existence or something like that.
I mean, that new Sazabi,
And solid, and the
figure.
RX-78 is the first Gundam, right?
the original.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
original
that's the one
Grand
that
X.
started it all.
Yeah.
Just so we can make a callback to episode 1.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good old
they'll-
RX-78-2.
Good old Tomino.
Hey, at least you remembered it this time.
Hey,
Sorry,
you got
good
it right.
old Amano.
No, that's the artist.
It's not even for Gundam.
No.
It's not even not
did
for
he do any
Gundam.
Gundam work at all?
He's done like some paintings, but nothing really.
Yeah, I could see him probably doing this, like posters or something.
1978. 9.
9.
Yeah, because you can
Well, it started
remember the year that
production
it
in
sta-
78.
Well, you can remember the year that it premiered and started because it's the year that the show
You
is
think he's
technically
going to remember the year in the show?
Universal Century 0079. Just 2 zeros
You
and a
said a
7.
lot of words there.
A lot of numbers.
2
Four
zeros
number's
and a
not that
7
big.
9.
It's bigger than 3.
4 number not big. 5 number big.
Well, we do go into UC 122, 121.
jeez.
We go past it.
What
Is it
year's,
still double O
see, I
even
can
if
go
it's
like
a
that too,
3-digit
guys.
number?
Is it still counted as 00 because it went up in a number? Huh.
Because that's really dumb if it is.
I keep forgetting we have somebody on the phone. He's so quiet.
At least he learns not to talk over people. That's a good start.
Yeah, unlike some people here. Anyway,
You guys spent how many monies on Gundams?
kit wise,
I don't want to talk about it.
All of the monies.
I don't know, 500-600
I don't
bucks.
want to
now
talk
by
about
now.
it.
Maybe.
Tom, in the middle.
I think my backlog is about $5,000 right now.
Can you define backlog for us?
Stuff I haven't built.
Yeah, just a bunch
Okay.
of kits that are just sitting there you haven't built yet while you're, either building one or staring at them wanting to build them because you're lazy right now.
I have 1 perfect grade
Yes,
in there, like 12 master grades, a couple RE100 kits.
Well, depending on the perfect grade, those can go for up to like $200 anyway to start.
It was about 2 and change.
Yeah.
It's a Zeta.
I have
Okay, yeah, perfect grade Zeta is yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I probably got about $500 in the backlog, and then I have probably about 4,000 to 5,000 sitting there staring at me right now on my top of my bookcase.
I would have had more, but I built the SD kits I got recently.
SD kits are fun. I like SD kits.
They're fun to paint.
So
Oh, there.
including not backlog.
Fuck.
I think my estimate was total because a lot of my shit is either broken or destroyed or just kind of sitting. I have like 3 or 4 kits in backlog.
It's many of thousands of dollars.
All of the monies?
All the monies.
And there's like Gunpla that's not even Gundam related. Technically, there's like the Evangelion Gunpla too.
But
I don't
that's
know
not
if you-
Gundam
Those
play.
look slick. Those look really slick.
They
that-
use the same grading now, though.
But that's not Gundam play.
Well, Avepla kind of sounds a little bit weird, so
Or Galpla.
meh. But Evangelion is completely different. And then, I mean, it's giant robots,
both- I was about to say they both put children in giant robots, so they're not that different.
but getting
Yeah,
a
I
robot
mean-
Shinji.
War crimes.
Child soldiers. A staple of
Any super robot. Sorry.
No, well,
A
no,
lot of them, though.
Sorry, those aren't super robots. They're
no,
real
actually,
robots,
there's
right?
child soldiers technically in super robots. Look at
Astro Boy.
Gigantor. It was a little
did-
kid who piloted
Gigantor.
Gigantor. It's a little
The
kid who piloted.
Titans.
What is it in Japanese? It's like Tetsujin something whatever.
28.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the person who pilots that is a little kid.
I'm not saying there isn't little kids. I'm just saying super robot, you actually have a tendency of not having little kids.
Or also not dying too. No, I mean there's a lot of death in Super Robot, but like
Do I have to explain to you the ending of Gao Gaigar?
Please do.
God, no.
But you said
Everybody
you
dies.
would.
I'm too
The
sober
end.
for this. I'd still be too sober for this.
There's a bottle here. Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored?
That sounds like
not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored by the whiskey.
That's rum.
Not sponsored by the rum.
Nice try, though.
Not sponsored by my weed.
unless they want to. If they want to sponsor us, reach out.
Anyway, but so with the Gunpla,
Yes, that is the Gundam plastic model kits.
yeah. So
Slash
there's like
Evangelion plastic model kits.
When they first came out,
and
there
there's
were only
Digimon
one
now,
color.
too.
Like each kit was only one color.
Gray?
So it's either white, Char's pink,
Red.
or it's pink.
Red.
No, it's pink.
It's pink.
It's red.
It's pink.
Char
Later,
is
it's
red.
red.
Char is red. Char is
And
red.
then like the Zaku green, but they were only like monocolored, so you had to paint all of it.
Zaku. Hour.
Yeah,
Zaku,
from
Zaku.
Zaku, from
Oh my God! Someone else who knows this. Someone else who knows the Zaku Hour.
Zaku Hour. That's from
You're dealing with
SD Gundam Force.
yeah, SD Gundam 4. Okay.
You're dealing with 2 Gundam nerds and a just regular nerd.
Excellent.
I'm a nerd for other things too. I'm a nerd for a lot of stuff.
Sure, but this episode's about Gundam.
This is fair.
What made a Gunpla more special, especially compared to like other model kits, is you don't have to use glue. They just snap together.
Yes.
Although you should usually glue the head down because those little parts with the V fin and the red like to disappear.
Sounds like a high grade problem.
Yeah, that
They
sounds
really
like a
need to put.
personal issue there, bud.
They really need to put replacement V fins in everything, like they do for the figures.
Some of them do. Most of them are master grades.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
on his level.
Yeah.
Now, since we've talked about different grades, talk about it. We've mentioned them, but we haven't actually
So
You know,
there's like
elaborated
I
on
want to say
it.
7 or 8 different grades now, technically.
So yeah, there's no grades.
There's different scales, grades, and then lines.
All right, who wants to talk? Somebody talk.
All right, so we'll start with scales because scales is the easiest way to separate them.
All right, you get scales. Somebody else gets different thing.
SD is the smallest of like the main scales, which is the super deformed ones, which is like the big heads and little bodies.
The little chibi boys.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then the next scale up from that is a 1 to 144th. So it's 1/144th scale of an actual mobile suit.
So it's like
It's small.
Yeah, anywhere from like about like that tall to about that tall, depending on the kit.
put it in
Yeah, I think-
American.
I
Like
think
4
they're
inches.
like 5.
6, 7 inches
Yeah, I
at
think
most.
they're like 5 to 4 inches.
I
like
would
4
say
to
about
5.
4, maybe 5,
Okay.
about that. And then,
Speaking as an American,
then the next grade up is 1 to 100 scale. So obviously
You know,
1/100th of the scale. After that, you have one,
that's a smaller number than the 1 to 144.
but it's bigger.
The smaller
It's
the
1
number is
100th
in
of its
scale, the
versus 1 144th its scale.
Oh, 1/144th.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a 144. Gotcha. I
Yes.
thought that you meant like 1 colon 44.
no,
No.
It's
Okay, that's where I was getting
144.
confused.
Yeah.
That's 1 100. Then you have 1/60th scale.
Again, can we put this in American?
1/60th is
10 inches?
about a foot,
Foot.
Yeah, up to about a foot.
just about a
yeah.
foot. And then you have the
Yeah,
crazy
that's it.
scales, which is like 1/35th scale. And then I've forgotten how tall, what scale the statue ones that you used to
Oh,
be
the
able
ones
to buy.
Well, you can see them in stores now.
Yeah.
They're like 6 feet tall, and
They're not. They're like 5'5", something like that. They're not that big.
So,
yeah, they technically have a scale, but I don't remember what it is. I want to
Yeah,
so like your standard average girl
say, yeah, about that
just
size.
about.
or one Gerard.
And then depending on what you
Yeah.
define as gunpla,
Call back to a lost
you
episode.
could go with the statues. Depending on what you define as gunpla.
I mean, and we're also getting to like say the high res stuff and the metal build stuff.
Well, I was just making a joke on the actual to scale
Oh,
statues.
the to scale statues.
They
in
had to be
Japan,
built.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they are Gundams. Part of it's plastic. It's a gunpla.
This
A
is
very
true.
expensive
of it.
one.
Only part of
I,
it's
I
Gunpla.
hadn't thought of it like that.
Some
but
gunpla
yeah.
has screws
Some do, yes.
and metal parts. So technically the statues are gunpla. They sell gunpla right next to it too.
You heard it here, kids.
There's a granddaddy. There's a few granddaddies.
No, they're gone.
Wait, granddaddy of what?
So the original RX-78 is considered the granddaddy gun.
Yeah, they tend to call it the granddaddy.
Yeah.
There was the unicorn.
Still is.
Still there? Okay.
There's 4 in existence right now. There's the
4
unicorn,
We're talking 4 statues, right?
Yes.
Okay.
3.5 technically. There's the unicorn, the new Gundam, the Freedom, and then the half is the moving statue of the RX-78.
and I think America's going to get the Justice one allegedly.
I mean, I'd be down for a giant
That
pink
would be
mobile
really
suit.
cool.
Although I do find it funny that we get Justice while China got Freedom. Yeah, the Freedom one is in China.
Yep.
This isn't a political podcast.
I know. It's just the mild irony there.
Not on this episode.
Look, it's Gundam. There's going to be some politics
Yeah.
and war crimes.
All
And
the
some
war crimes.
racism. There's now racism in the new one with the Earthians versus Spacians.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which for Mercury is really interesting.
Spacing turds.
Earth House is the
terrestrial.
best.
Terrestrials.
But yeah, those are like the main scales.
Right.
And then in each scale you have... I know, I'm just saying that there's different stuff in each scale.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, no, there's different versions. There's different stuffs in each scale. Yeah.
Who wants to talk about grades?
All right, I guess.
Quiet boy? Okay, guess he's gone. Next.
Sorry, say what? I just got a message from my wife.
Oh, or did you want to just go do a rundown of like what grades there are, like
Do
high
grades? Yeah, I guess I'll do grades.
You got grades?
So,
All
it
right.
starts
You got
off with
grades.
no grade.
What was that?
You said you start out with real
Start-
grade.
Starts off with no grades.
Oh,
No
no
These are
grade.
the first
Yeah.
ones that showed up. They're like the predecessors to high grades. These did require glue and like paint to actually like look like what they were supposed to. They basically pretty much, for the majority of their the time, got just superseded completely by high grades. High grades use polycaps. They're more posable. They're more dynamic. They come in the proper colors. You don't have to paint them, and for the most part, they don't require glue.
Hold on. Hold on. Can you
They're
explain?
between.
Hey,
Sorry, go ahead.
can you explain what a polycap is?
A polycap is a little piece of I can't remember what the material is called, but it's basically it's a rubber material
Polyurethane.
that they use for the joints.
It's a softer polyurethane. You could they like he said.
Is it typically in like a ball shape?
No.
Some are, some aren't. It depends.
Well, they're shaped to whatever they need to do. Like if you have an arm socket, it's going to be a little
Yeah, like a
little
shoulder
indented
socket.
ball.
Okay, so it's essentially the equivalent of cartilage in bones.
Yes.
Yeah.
For high grades, yes.
Gotcha.
I mean, they use them in almost every grade.
Yeah, but they tend to be most prominent in high grade.
Used to be in every master grade
Really? Mm-hmm. Interesting.
until the F91.
Speaking of master grades, that's the next grade. Master grades are generally just a little bit bigger, a little bit more flashy with their design. They're going to have things like open hatches that you can play with. Their back, for some reason, on high grades, the back skirt is always paralyzed. If you get a master grade, that isn't an issue anymore. For some reason, you can't move your butt flap, I guess, unless you pay premium for it.
Butt flap.
Butt flap.
It's the
Butt flap.
rear skirt armor of a Gundam. But
Butt
they just call it a butt flap. Because there's like, it'll have like the side skirts, front skirt, rear skirt to protect like the hip joints and stuff. You know, like armor.
So what I'm hearing is they're wearing a onesie.
Gundams don't wear clothes?
At that point, it's more like a kilt.
Yeah, I'd say it's
Yeah.
Flap.
kilt. Or you know what? I think it'd be almost like the armor that samurai, because the armor itself of Gundams are kind of like taken from samurai design. So
It's Xena, Warrior Princess's skirt.
shh, what?
Call
All
back.
right, yeah. Wait, when did we have a call? Was that talk about Xena?
Yeah,
Warrior
the,
Princess?
Lost episodes.
Speaking about the samurai aspect, that's why the V fin is actually there. It's supposed to bring up that impression of the samurai's masks.
Well, helmets, kabutos.
Or
The mask was the
Yeah.
mempo, but I'm splitting hairs because I'm a bit of a weeb there.
Fucking nerd.
I like samurai armor as like a aesthetic. It's a cool looking.
I'm too sober for this. We have yet to talk about war crimes or anything fun.
Well, there's not much war crimes in toys because we're not discussing the series yet.
I mean, I could bring one up. The fact that scales and grades can intersect.
Yes, this is
And that's
true.
a war crime because someone could buy a high grade and it could be two completely different scales. Because high grades used to be 1/100th and now they're 1 to 1/44th.
Oh, that's right. They did change that. Time.
Back in the 90s, they used to be the 1 to 100th line.
Oh, yeah, because they did have some older ones that were a little bit larger. Yep, now
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
So wait, so
I did not know this. See?
the grades typically are associated with the scaling?
So
More or less, yes.
nowadays, it's mostly high grades is 1 to 1/44th. Real grade is 1 to 1/44th. Master grade is 1 to 100th. Perfect grade is 1/60th. And then I think it's mega scale, which is the 1 to 35th, which barely exists anymore.
Yeah.
And now they have a new line they literally just announced, which is the Master grade SD.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, so the Master Grade SD is... But that's
we still haven't even talked about grades.
That's replacing the cross the SD cross stuff.
No, it is a completely new scale.
Really?
It's Master grade quality in SD styling.
So is it still 1-to-1?
Guys,
Sorry,
we haven't even talked about grades.
we
gone
were.
over
we
to-
were talking about grades.
Yeah, and now you're talking about something even more.
In the grades.
Yeah, but we haven't gotten to master grade yet. We've gotten
We were all Master
We
grade.
were all Master Grade as we're going. Yeah.
high grade and real grade.
We were
No, we
all
didn't.
Master grade.
No, we weren't.
Yes, we were.
Yes, we were.
No.
It has the hatch opening gimmick and stuff. He was just talking
Butt
about that.
flaps.
Butt flaps.
And butt
Butt
flaps.
flaps.
Yes, we're talking about
But
butt
now
flaps.
Master grade SD is a subline of Master grade in a different scale.
So is it going to be a 1 to 1/44th?
No, it's
No,
the
it's
SD
smaller.
scale, the chibi scale.
Oh yeah, like the 2-incher.
But it has
The
like
little chode.
But it has like the more of the gimmicks and like articulation and look and feel of like a Master Grade though.
So it's going to be a decadent chode.
Yes.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And then after
So-
Master grade, you have perfect grade.
Yes.
Perfect Grade is the
Perfect
biggest.
grade is,
No.
I believe,
Oh, I'm
sorry, it was the-
1/60th.
Yes, it's 1/60th.
Well, it's the biggest you could usually buy aside from what's like the specialty stuff I meant.
It is the fanciest of the scales.
It has like the
I
most.
actually remember when I was way younger, I actually had one of these. It was the size of me when I got it. They were actually like pretty big.
You were definitely tiny then, because they're about a foot tall.
Currently still tiny.
Okay, then maybe
Okay.
that wasn't there. The one
No,
I had was
he's
like,
about as tall as you, if not slightly taller now. I think.
yeah, no,
But
the
just
one I
because
had
he's as tall as
literally
me doesn't
was
mean
like
he's not tiny.
2-3 feet tall.
How did you get a 3-foot tall gunpla?
It was a statue. It was a little statue thing.
Okay, so that wasn't perfect grade. That's something else.
But perfect grades
Oh, see, I
are
always thought
like
that was.
the highest when it comes to engineering of the grades.
These are the ones that scare me.
You have to do wiring on some of the older ones. The newer ones, they use just plug and play wiring.
Gross. And that's for the statue ones.
No, these are model kits.
They come with
But I thought that some of the statues were model kits.
well, you have to
The
build
1/60th scale.
This is the
them. Perfect.
Perfect grade.
But a lot of them come with LED lighting.
I'm pretty sure all of them do.
All the perfect grades do.
All of them.
Really?
The only one that I haven't built is the original. Well, I haven't built either of the two RX-78s.
How many minis are perfect grades, typically?
They're the least out of any of them.
Perfect grade is the least monies?
Oh, I thought you meant how many of them. Like,
Oh
in
yeah,
the
no.
line.
There's only like 10. Perfect
They're
grades.
about. They used to be around like 150 each, but now they're close to like 300 to 400 each.
And is it just because they're so rare, or
It's a lot of parts.
It's
a lot of parts.
It's a lot of parts.
Yeah.
There's the LEDs. They also come with the stands too. I think most of them now.
The newer ones do.
Yeah, they have the stands in them.
But- since you said that there's was like 10 of them, are you talking about there's 10 model lines, or there's
no,
just
there's
like
10 like kits in perfect grade.
I mean, there's more than that, but there's not that many.
by that I mean like so the whole supply there's only like 10 of these bad boys.
No,
Or like
obviously
100
they're
of
like
these.
ass whack more.
Okay, so then you're talking about there's 10-ish models.
Yes.
There's 10. Yeah,
okay,
there's like
that's what I was
10-ish.
asking. See? Why you no get?
That's what I just said.
No, not what you say.
I literally just said there's like
Not
only
what you
10
say.
kits in this line. I
Wrong.
mean, there's I think maybe like 15-ish now. I don't remember. I didn't count.
I can name them, but I don't know. You don't want me to do that. You got the RX-78,
Jesus Christ.
the Zaku, the Zaku 2, Char Zaku 2, the Mark 2, the Zeta, the GPO-1, the Strike, the Wing Zero Verka, the robot voice. Okay, never mind. The Double
Riser.
Exia.
I like the double O Riser.
Unicorn, Strike Freedom,
Astray.
and I believe that's all of them.
So that was like I think 13.
13.
Gross.
Wait, Astray Red Frame.
Both. They released a bunch of them, but the Astray Red Frame was the normal release.
Oh, so they did do the blue frame.
I think it was a P Bandai, but I'm talking about like just straight molds. These are the ones that came out, and then they remade the RX-78 recently. It's a completely new kit.
Oh, the Perfect Grade Unleashed RX-78. Yeah.
Gross. What I'm hearing is grossness.
You don't want me to get into all the variant colors because then I'll be here all night.
Yeah, no, because the P Bandai does variant colors and like versions, like clear.
Even when they were released normally, because you have both the Titans and the AU Mark IIs that you could buy.
Yeah, I like the.
And then you can buy the
Titan
Char
color
version
better.
of the RX-78.
The Titan colors. Oh,
The
really?
Mark
They,
II? Yeah.
yeah, I like the Titan colors Mark II.
Children?
Yeah, the Titans colors are pretty dope.
Oh no, not you too. So let's go back to naming off the grades.
So
You told me that there was like 7-ish, and we've gone over 3.
No, we've been over 5.
we've been over 4 now, technically.
Well, actually, it's more.
Yeah, I was
No
about to say,
grade,
I don't
high grade,
actually
real
know.
grade, master grade, perfect grade, and then the only other one left is like the mega scale, whatever it's called.
Didn't they just introduce like a low grade?
Entry grade, yeah.
Entry
yeah,
grade, that
entry
was the
grade.
thing.
See, how do I know this and you guys don't?
There's
because
too
it's
many
literally
things that come out
brand
at
new.
the same time.
It's
Those-
only like
the new
2 or 3 years
entry
old.
grade kit-
I don't even
The
think it's
new
that old. I
entry
think it's
grade
like a
kit
year
is
old.
really
What,
good.
entry grade?
Hold on,
Yeah.
somebody's talking.
No, it's
Would
like
you-
2 or 3 years old now. Sorry.
What'd you say, man, on the phone?
The new entry grade kits are really, really good.
Yeah, honestly, the entry grade stuff is pretty good, particularly if you want to do like paint practice and stuff.
So explain that one.
They are perfect for introducing people to the hobby.
It's like
they
a
are-
high grade, just cheaper and slightly easier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's in the same scale as the high grade.
All right, so which ones need painting? Which ones need gluing? Which ones need screwing? Which ones need, like,
It depends.
obviously we're
Um,
going based off of like perfect grade being the most
So-
elaborate, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so start scaling things back.
All right. So easiest one to build is the
Entry grade, I would assume.
is. It
Yeah.
depends, because technically the original no grades, the original kits,
We're not
are
talking
like,
about those. Those are monies.
No, the original no grade kits, because they still reprint them.
Yeah, no,
every
they still
couple
make
years.
the original no
The
grades.
original no grade kits from like the 70s were like 4 pieces that you just put together.
The ones-
But you
I
have
got
to
an
paint
arm.
them.
I got another arm. I have a third arm, and I have 2 legs and a body.
But those ones you had to paint no matter what, because if not, it's just a single color.
Yeah. I mean, you could paint and glue pretty much all the grades. Whether or not you choose to is up to you. And even then, I wouldn't glue. I'd use cement.
Rubber cement.
Yeah, well, plastic cement.
All right, so no grade, easiest. Next, entry.
See, the problem is with grades, it depends on the scale. Because no grade 1 to 144th also has all the kits that were pre-high grades. So they're technically slightly more difficult than the original no grades, but they share the same name. And then you had the no grade 1 to 100th kits from like the early 90s.
You're regretting your decision trying to talk about this, aren't you?
So let's talk about how gunpla became a thing.
So
We
no,
were at the beginning.
here's
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Here's the easiest way for me to explain it. No grades is just kind of like a
Alright.
catch-all.
Nope,
It's a catch-all.
nope.
The
We're
grades
done.
that actually make sense is high grade, master grade, and perfect grade, because those ones are consistent
We
on
want
what
to-
scales they are, and real
Yeah.
grade. So high grade and real grades are 1 to 144th scale. The master grade is, at least from all the releases we've had so far, has only been 1 to 100 scale, and perfect grade has always been the 1 to 60th scale.
You look so done with this conversation.
So real grade is basically a master grade, but in the high grade scale, but they call it real grade.
I want you to know I stopped listening when you said entry grade. That's going back like a while ago.
Our listeners are still technically listening. If they,
As it turns out, that's how listeners work.
Half of them probably died in the middle of that sentence, out of boredom.
Let's bring it to something more casual, something more light. How did gunpla come into popularity?
Popularity or just existence?
Yes.
I mean, popularity, it's just because it's Gundam. So
first, yeah, it's because it's Gundam, and then just model kits in Japan is just kind of a popular hobby in general.
All right, so how did you
they're also
fuckwits get to it?
cheaper than action figures of the same size at the time.
So how did you fuckwits get into it if it's Japan? Got popular in Japan because model kits.
Because Bandai exists in America.
That's weird.
Tsunami.
Phone boy.
How did you get
Same
into
question.
I'm weird. I watched Gundam like 6 separate times, and I never figured out that it was the same series up until recently.
It's not the same series. We've been over this in episode 1, if you've known.
No. I mean, all of the stuff I saw was from UC. I never realized that it was just a continuation of the timeline.
It's not.
So
We've
like
been over this.
I went.
It hops back
No,
and
you-
forth.
No. The ones that's what I'm saying. The ones I saw, I did not realize were from the same universe. So I did not actually know what Gundam was up until like a couple of years ago, where I actually like pieced it all together because of the model kits. Funnily enough.
So what you're saying is that playing with models helped you understand an anime.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay then.
What made me start watching the anime like completely.
I feel like a Gundam boomer, and I don't like it. I've been watching since I was 5, building model kits since I was 5. I don't like this.
I'm so proud of you.
I don't like this.
Your parents must be proud of you too.
God, no, they're not.
I mean, I was
I've met
only
them. I know they're not.
slightly. I was only slightly older than you, considering it came. We probably started about relatively around the same time, considering that's when Gundam came over to America.
I used to draw the model kits in the schoolyard in chalk.
Oh, I can't draw.
In
for
elementary
shit, so I
school.
wasn't going to.
And I remember
I've
having an
gotten
argument
trouble
with
for
a
it.
kid over high grade and the no grade, like in elementary school, and I did not understand the scales at all. Because when it first came over to America, the scaling,
It still wasn't.
they said
like,
high grade, but then they also had levels in
Oh,
America.
that level bullshit was so annoying.
So
I remember
level
the
is like how
commercials for
difficult
that.
they were.
Yeah,
Okay,
for
I-
some reason in America, instead of like marketing as like, the kits were the grades and stuff, for some reason in America we marketed it as levels. And
But
even
they also still had high grade. Because if you look at the old Gundam Wing model kit commercials, there's like high grade plastic model kits.
I think they're just
Yeah.
calling it high grade to
It was
say
just-
that it's like a high grade plastic, like it's good plastic.
Well, those high grades were the high grade 1 to 100 kits back in the day.
Yeah, because it was the 90s. Yeah.
I mean, it was 2000s for us.
Yeah. It was the early 2000s for us.
Fucking models.
Hey, at least we don't go into the sublines of the sublines. Like
Oh,
1
yeah.
to 100, you have the RE100, and then you have the full mechanics line,
I'm sure,
Don't
like,
forget the metal build stuff.
if you count them.
of all of our subscribers, I'm sure the one person that understands what's going on right now is so thrilled.
Maybe. I know this is going to get posted over to Reddit r/gunpla also.
Oh, fuck.
And Gundam.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I can't wait to see it, because I'll make fun of myself.
But anyway, I mean, we could talk about the actual shows instead for a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's talk
Witch
about
from,
something lighter. Let's
Yeah,
talk
let's
about the
do
war
that.
crimes in the shows.
Well, Witch from Mercury has dead children in it now. It's almost confirmed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they put the baby in the mobile suit. I'm pretty sure the baby's in the mobile suit.
Okay, so remember how we said now the
Are
youngest.
you asking me if I remember?
Yeah, because this was the episode 1. Remember how we said that the youngest person was 4 years old?
Yeah.
Yes, I totally remember this.
So she may or may not have her soul put into a giant robot.
The 4-year-old had a soul put into a giant robot.
Yes.
This is a thing. Having your soul put into a robot is a thing in Gundam. It's been an established thing in Gundam for a while now.
Yeah.
Why did we not talk
keeps
about this in
happening.
episode 1?
We kind of mentioned it.
So now, does the soul control the robot?
It's
depends.
ambiguous.
It depends.
There also may or may not be other children in the robot too. Well, in parts of the robot.
So there's systems that are based after,
Oh.
like,
What
in
I'm
some
hearing
cases,
is
souls, and other cases it's literally them, like, implanting the person's brain in them.
Oh yeah, didn't they do that with the Vidar in IBO? They just put the Ain's brain into it.
Yes.
what I'm
Yeah, that's right.
what I'm hearing is and correct me if I'm wrong, cameraman. Robots are controlled by brains now? Just the brains and just the souls. But only sometimes. Other times they just exist in there.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so
They're like a
Welcome to
support
Gundam.
system. I think it's Alice, or was it?
is this all mainline Gundam
Exam.
or
Exam had Alice was
Is-
something else. The Exam was the one that had the soul of the new type girl in it. Yeah.
is this all mainline Gundam universe or is this extra Gundam
All
universes?
of them have some weird thing.
Yeah, all of them do this. Kind of go there at some point, sort of. Yeah.
I don't remember this in G Gundam.
Dark Gundam, the micro. Technically, Kyoji split himself into two. The main Kyoji was the server, was like the core for the Dark Gundam, and then the Dark Gundam made the second Kyoji out of the micro robots that became. So, yeah, if you consider the guy being absorbed into the Gundam, like literally. I guess that kind of counts.
I mean, if you count the openings, technically the Exia has a soul because the Setsuna imagines the Exia as a woman.
So the Exia is a female?
Oh,
Yes.
I thought we said that only the noble
in
and
the opening
Ariel
scene
was female.
when you see the Exia like transition to the princess. I can't remember her name.
Oh, Maria.
That's not actually the princess. That's Setsuna's imagination of the Exia.
So he
one of you
sees her
out
as
there,
the
I'm so
princess?
happy for you. I have no idea what's going on, and I'm not drunk enough to.
Gundam is really weird when you get into it. I mean, I was trying to bring up my favorite scene from Victory Gundam with the bikini babes, but we didn't get into that one
Last episode or this episode?
last time. So one of my
All right, yeah, let's talk about some fan service in Gundam. Is there any?
It's not fan service for one main reason. It immediately goes to death.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Pretty much.
So okay, so here we're talking about war crimes. Ready? So in Victory Gundam, the pilot is an 11-year-old boy, right? I think he's 11.
It's 11 or 12, one of those two. He's
11
young.
going into 12, whatever. Uso. And the enemy force finds out about this,
About his birthday?
about
That
him
he's
being a
young.
young boy. So a crack team of female mercenaries decide to throw on bikinis and jetpack around him with missile launchers because they think that them being in bikinis will distract him. However, he's so
as you do.
PTSD riddled that he starts to think he's hallucinating. I'm not even joking. He starts to think he's hallucinating this, so he starts like floating away, and then he pulls out one of his beam sabers, and no joke, just evaporates one of the chicks out of existence. And he's like, and you know, all this is while he's getting shot with rockets and stuff, and then it just kind of like he just kind of runs away and shit, and then the other mobile suits meet up with him.
That was from the show where Tomino was in deep depression.
But yeah,
Amano.
yes, Tomino. But yes, he straight up just evaporates a bikini chick out of the air.
If Victory has taught me anything, if you're a female in Gundam, you won't make it.
Sailor Mass, Frau Bo,
Not healthily.
what's her name who pilots the ship? Mirai.
Mirai literally
Yeah,
has to
well,
watch her son get executed by her husband's orders.
Spoilers for Hathaway.
The book's been out for ages.
But the movies haven't?
The movies are also different.
Yeah, I did get a comment that we should start including
How,
spoiler alerts.
Spoilers for a
different are
book
the-
that's over 20 years old.
Not books.
How
Movies and
different are
shit.
the books from the movies?
Yeah, but the books are.
Not everybody reads, Tom.
I mean, maybe they
Oh
should.
yeah, because the books are technically take place in the Char's counterattack version, where the
No, the
Tom?
books take place in the Balchaltika's children's
Oh, yeah, okay.
universe.
yeah.
Tom, I want you to understand, not everybody knows how to read.
You are such a dickhead.
Wikipedia exists.
If they don't know how to read, how's Wikipedia going to help them?
How are they finding this video then?
Anyway.
Gotcha.
YouTube app,
Monkey
and they're
Typewriter.
subscribed to just the one thing.
Anyway.
How do they log into the computer, Jackson?
It's on their phone.
How do they sign up on YouTube?
Guess?
Okay, enough. The both of you. Dickheads.
Created it one time and never logged out.
Like our mother.
I wish apps were that consistent.
Anyway. You're just not interested in the conversation at all, are you?
No, I did get a comment from somebody about, trying to give spoiler alerts.
Well, I
Watching a
meant
podcast
just in
on
general
something
for the conversation
and not
at
expecting
hand.
spoilers.
Yeah, I guess this is your spoiler alert. 40 minutes in.
Oh yeah, we were spoiling the shit out of Witch from Mercury, I guess technically just now, yeah. Though to be fair, that's literally running as we're talking.
Does it count
To
as
be
a spoiler if we
fair.
don't actually know?
Yeah, this isn't still 100% confirmed.
Confirmed.
Confirmed, yes. This is still fan speculation and just kind of context clues.
This is with the soul thing with the 4-year-old?
Yeah, with the dead children
Yes.
and the thing, yeah.
Jesus Christ. So we went on this whole tirade about souls and everything. On
And it might not even be
speculation.
true.
Again,
The
though,
timeline doesn't add up. That's why
there's a precedent for this in Gundam too, so it's not like it's not a thing that's probable. Again, souls in robots is a thing there. Just look at we'll go with the Phoenix. The Phoenix has 3 souls in it now.
Get in the robot. Get in the robot, Ari.
No, actually, it has the 2 soul. No, because the guy didn't go into it. It's just the 2 girls that are in it.
Well, that was only in the
movie.
The movie.
Well, I'm just saying because more people have probably seen the movie than read the book or the manga for narrative. But yeah, no, because the Phoenix had the 2 fake new type girls, and
Well, one of them was an actual new type.
no, I thought
Phoenix is
I
a
thought-
Gundam.
the
Yes,
Phoenix
it's
is a
part
Gundam.
of the Unicorn line.
Yes,
It's one of the 3 RXO mold suits.
Which comes from which universe?
Universal
that's
Century.
Universal Century, the main series.
The
Yeah, the main
Unicorn
line.
Gundams is part of the Universal
Yes.
Century, and the Phoenix is part of.
The
The
line
unicorn
of the
of the
Unicorn.
3
So
Gundams.
there's 3
But
RXO.
it also
units.
is part of the Universal Century.
Yes,
Okay.
because there's the Unicorn, the Banshee, and the Phoenix. It's your equipment. At this point, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I know it's my equipment.
So, but the Phoenix canonically has 2 souls residing in it. Though, and I think they're the wing binders technically.
Well, it's the soul of the original pilot.
So the Phoenix is in which series?
It's
It's-
in the Universal Century, but
Yeah,
it's in
Yes,
the
it's part of that universe.
So the Phoenix only
which-
exists in one movie.
It's only in one movie, and then it's also in some books and novels too.
Okay, that's what I was asking because, as it turns out, Universal Century has like 18 fucking shows.
Yes.
Yes,
So when I said which series,
it's in the movie Gundam Narrative.
the movie is named Gundam Narrative.
Yes,
Yes.
and it's because there's the narrative Gundam in it.
And it's a sequel to Unicorn.
It is a sequel series to Unicorn. Yes,
It's a direct sequel.
a sequel movie. I mean, yes.
I don't appreciate this.
There,
I
there's
really
a
didn't
lot to
appreciate
go on.
It's not very good.
Oh, I will fight you on that. It's one of the best movies they've ever made. Endless Waltz. That's an OVA first. So
And Lewis Waltz.
Narrative, Endless Waltz, and the 2 Thunderbolt movies were both OVAs first, and then became movies.
What's an OVA?
Original video animation. It's basically just like a short. It's like think of the think of like an American short series or like a British limited series. It's like that. It's just like a short.
I'm so glad we have somebody on the phone since everybody else is answering everything. Don't you feel just welcome?
Yep.
I mean, he's enjoying the conversation here. I don't know, but
What do you got to say about this?
about
Oh no, I pretty much said what I said. I don't like narrative. I
Why?
love Unicorn. I don't like the see. I'm one of those people. I like the 8th MS team. I like the more realistic ones. I hate the new type bullshit.
So you hate Universal
Which-
Century? It's been
For the
there
most
since
part,
the
kind of,
beginning.
yeah. Like later you see, yeah.
Even the beginning had new type bullshit.
Yeah, but it was not as prevalent as like giant waves of energy flashing through the cosmos at each other.
Char,
trying to
Lala,
create
and Armro
some-
could literally talk to each other with their brains in the middle of space.
Yes, but that was literally the only power that, besides his precog, that was present. It
Even
wasn't
then, the
like,
precog
oh,
thing
we're
was just kind of
suddenly
an
just going to
excuse.
start. Say what?
Well, you said you like Unicorn. Unicorn has the same problems as narrative.
Yes, it does. It does. But Unicorn got away with it because it made every grunt a badass.
Every grunt.
Because that's my
talking
other.
about
That's my other.
the second battle of Antarctica.
Torrington.
Second battle of Torrington when they invade during when the Neo Zeon invades Torrington the second time to try and get and then
Okay, narrative has the
Nerd fight.
Sinanju Stein. It's one of the coolest
Yes, it
designs.
does, and I'll give
he's
you
talking
that.
about the
Naruto does
grunts.
have some really amazing fucking fights.
He likes seeing all the
But
old
it-
Zeke grunts.
I
in
feel like
battle
it should have
kick
been a
ass.
series instead of. I feel like it should have been a series instead of a movie.
Well,
Just like my
it's
feelings
technically
about
a sequel and a
F91.
prequel because they're going to have a second series for Unicorn.
Ooh, it's going to be a sequel.
Oh, are they gonna have a second series for Unicorn?
They already
Oh,
planned it.
God.
Sweet.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Why do you think it ends off on like Benadryl coming back and it's like it'll come to you when you need help?
So they're gonna have all three in this one now?
No, because the Banshee is torn apart.
Well, hold on. Spoiler alerts.
Sorry.
So the only two of the RXO line that are still here is the Unicorn and the Phoenix. They took apart the Banshee to
I'm so glad I'm here.
use it as because they were abiding by the rules where the cycle frames can't be used anymore. So they were ordered to dismantle the Unicorn and the Banshee, but they dismantled the Banshee and faked the Unicorn being torn apart.
Well, I know they faked the Unicorn being torn apart because you literally fucking see it in
Yeah,
narrative.
that's my point.
But I didn't know they actually just dismantled the Banshee because fuck it. Because, I mean, the Banshee was missing a leg and an arm, I think, right?
Yeah,
So, I mean, get rid of it.
I mean they'd have to rebuild the whole Unicorn anyways because the cycle frame tore half of its armor.
The Psycho Frame. Okay. So,
Are we spoiling anything that I should be aware of?
kinda,
You could-
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
technically
I
a
think we
spoiler,
kinda
but
did.
if you have no idea what you're talking about, it's not really a spoiler.
Hi, how's it going? I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so to you, this is just, three guys kind of talking about bullshit. So, whatever, yeah.
I agree. However, one of our viewer that might understand what's going on. Is
Well,
the first
the one
spoiler-
person who can understand what's going on is already been spoiled because they either watched this or have done the research, already know it. So the person who's going to be pissy about spoilers should already know this shit because they're kind of going over already known information for years now.
Oh, it's years old at this point? Fuck
Most of
'em.
this information is
Narrative came out
years
in
old. Yes.
See, nobody told-
1819?
What?
Narrative came out 1819, something like
Yeah,
that.
like 2019. Yeah.
See, nobody told me this. I thought that it was more recent.
The only
Which
one
for
that
Mercury is the most recent.
yeah, because that one's still airing,
Yeah, that's literally.
and
that's why we're
we
saying
can't
it's
really
not-
have a true spoiler because it's all just speculation.
Yep. This is still.
The only thing we
speculation.
could actually spoil is people who are dead, which isn't a big list.
Oh, confirmed dead.
Yeah,
Because
Okay.
again, we don't know if the dead children are there yet.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on.
But dead children is kind of a thing that happens a lot in Gundam anyway.
Poor children. They just can't seem to escape the cockpit. It's like they yearn for it.
My buddy, the one that I had on for one of the Lost episodes, he did make the comment about spoiler alerts. That's why I was referencing it.
Oh, Gerard.
but was it about Gundam?
Not that guy. Yes.
Oh, well, sucks to be him then. Get good, scrub.
Oh, from the one, the
That's
call and one from the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah.
get good, scrub. Wikipedia is the thing. It's your best friend.
He has a kid.
Gundam Wiki.
and he just got out of the Navy.
Wikipedia still exists for him.
Randy? No, the other. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Is he not allowed on the internet?
No.
Like,
Then how is he watching this?
Don't worry about it. Here's a shout out to you, bud.
well, is he just watching everything on VHS?
Yes.
He records
Well,
this
congrats,
from
you'll
YouTube
never
to
get it.
VHS and then watches. Just records this to VHS from YouTube to watch it. All right, yeah, that works.
Hey, he's really dedicated to supporting the fan base. And by the fan base, I mean us.
Hey. But
So how popular is this stupid gunpla shit?
oh, it's fucking massive.
Very popular.
Oh, we're back to
very,
Gundam instead
very
of regular
popular.
Gundam now. Okay.
Talk, boy.
You could.
I mean, it's so popular they literally have 1-to-1 scale statues.
It's so
Yeah.
popular they made whole separate shows just about the Gunpla itself.
Yeah. Yes. At one point, Bandai was like, you know how we're gonna dip into our Gunpla people even more. We're gonna make an anime about the Gunpla, and then we're gonna make Gunpla of the Gunpla so that you can Gunpla while you Gunpla.
And then you have
Go
Gunpla
dog.
in the Gunpla show of a Gunpla
Yeah.
show itself that
Yeah.
exist in real life.
Yep.
Yo,
Yeah.
dog.
I heard you like Gunpla.
Do they also have like a game or something?
Oh yeah, there's video games for it
Yes.
too for the Gunpla.
Wait, video games for
Multiple.
Gunpla?
Yep. The Gundam Breaker series.
So there's, well, I mean, it depends on what we're going with. There's Gundam Breaker, which is a video game that implies model kits. And then there's Bandai right now making actual technology to scan model kits to play with them.
Oh yeah, they just put out the video for it too. So what it is
It looks so cool.
they have it's now right now it's in where you can do certain pre-done kits that are already done, like the RX-78 and I think one or two others, and you can use those, scan them in, and they'll have like you could build them and do some minor customization like colors and stickers into them, and scan that in, and you could play with those in the game. And then now they have it where you can make fully custom kits. You scan that in, and you can have it in it's in a video of it fighting and stuff. But they're still working on doing the custom kits for the game itself, like actually playable.
So is this going to be a phone thing, or is it going
Well,
to be
there's
like a
already a game on the
metaverse?
phone.
Yes, but the one where you scan things is going to be a phone thing, or is it going to be like a metaverse, or like?
I think they're going to have like set up places to bring it to because it has to be 3D scanned.
Yeah, like it's a whole
Gotcha.
3D scan.
In theory, you can do it with the phone, but I don't think they've gotten to technology.
No, they have a special phone made just for this with an app to
No,
scan. it.
I'm saying like on like a
On a
commercial
normal phone.
scale
A
where
normal
like
phone.
anyone could do it.
They're working on producing that phone commercially, yes, but it's not there yet. But they did do it where you can use a phone for it now. But what it's probably going to be at first, it is probably going to be like cafes or like
Gundam model kit stores.
yeah, and they'll have like a thing in the back where you can scan your kit in, and then it'll be downloaded to like the medic
Are you good
first
there?
game.
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you just choking on it?
But
Just rip my bong.
noise.
Sounds like get good.
Scrub.
But yeah, no, but so there's the scanning game, and then there is the Breaker series, which is the console games and now the mobile game.
Explain.
Which you play as a random person
Yeah, you play as a-
building model kits and then playing a game where you use the model kits.
to fight.
Can you win anything off this?
In real life,
No.
Yes.
unless someone holds like a tournament or something, which
Actually, believe it or not, I think for Anime NYC they did have you could submit your custom models on Twitter, and they did have the custom kits from the game where people won. But
well, it's not the game having a tournament, but I mean, if you're talking about Gunpla in general, they do have.
oh yeah, no, there's
competitions.
competitions for
I've
Gunpla.
been to one of the
In fact, there's actually a title
World
you could get
Builder
for it.
events.
So what's a gunpla contest?
So whoever builds the best model kit, customize it, paints it,
Yeah,
and you win score
make
points that way.
dioramas with it and stuff. Like people like make like full like dioramas and like
Scenes.
yeah, like scenes and stuff.
There was
Yeah.
one that I saw that had like an infinity mirror in it for the diorama. So it looked like just like an endless hallway in it.
That is what an infinity mirror is.
Yeah, but with the Gunpla. So it's more interesting.
And then that's
yes.
on top of like the custom painting, mixing and matching kit parts and stuff. Actually making whole kit parts yourself and everything.
So are they judging it based off of totally unique
Not
Gundams, or are
necessarily.
they trying to be like, all right, well,
There's different categories.
I needed to, make, I needed to steal this part from a real grade, and just bear with me, from a real grade in order to get it to fit on this perfect grade for this particular wing section type of thing.
People do it. Yeah.
Yeah, people do that. Yeah. Hell, like I said, you could get like the special putty that hardens into like the plastic that they use. That you could like fill in spots, make extra armor, do like.
There's people who make completely custom pieces. Like when I went and I saw someone use the base of the 1 to 100 Barbatos, or at least one of the Gundam frames, and they made the Gujin Rebake Full City, which doesn't exist in that line in the 1 to 100 scale, but they made it from scratch, all the armor pieces.
That's a very impressive and time-consuming feat. It just
Yeah, that would.
That
Take a
I think
lot
the
of
one that won 3 years ago for the American tournament, at least, was it was a perfect grade Exia, but it was custom painted to look like all the armor pieces was carbon fiber.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Very pretty. At
You know
first
how
it
they
looks
do
like
that?
it's just black, but then you zoom in and it's got all the stitching detail. Of
You know
carbon
the
fiber.
you know the,
Well, the
the,
weave.
you know the easy way you know the easy hack for doing that? You take
Use
a
carbon
stocking,
fiber.
you stretch the stocking out over it when you paint it.
I mean, you can hydro dip it too.
Hydro dip, yeah, but wait, can you get a carbon fiber hybrid?
Yeah,
Interesting.
they do it for
is
model kits all the time.
hydrotipping?
You know what else you can do? Just take a piece of carbon fiber and lay it over it.
You can do
I
that
wouldn't
too.
be surprised if people have
Probably,
done it
yeah.
already.
No, like
Gunpla is legit crazy when it comes to people customizing stuff.
the literal slogan now is "Gunpla is freedom."
Jesus Christ.
Oh, dude, like I said, you could get a title
so
for
now you
Gunpla
can freedom
too.
when you freedom.
Oh, you could freedom on your freedom. Nice.
And in America.
In America. Yeah, no, technically there is a title for this too. It's Meijin Kawakichi. Kawaguchi.
Which is based after a real person.
I don't know what that means.
He was
So-
a famous Gundam builder.
Like he was like his kits were like, you know, all like world class, like really good made and like looking and everything.
No, I don't know.
And so they just said, all right, well, this guy is now the standard for like, you know, top builder. So they just kind of use his name as a title now.
And that I know he gives out like a Meijin Kawaguchi award.
Yeah,
Or,
he
like,
has
the
his
best-
own- yeah,
Build
He
of that year.
himself?
Yeah.
he's still alive. Yeah.
Sounds a little self-centered.
I mean, it's not like he came up with it. He was just like, I make really good kits. And then Bandai's just like, this
You're our
man makes
guy.
good stuff. We'll have him as a judge.
Pretty much, yeah. But
So what kind of tangent do you want us to go on now?
Phone guy, how'd you get into this?
How did I get into it? Into Gunpla?
Sure.
Gundam in general.
I watched the fight between the Alex and the
Camphor?
Zaku 2 from War in the Pocket. I watched all of Char's counterattack, and then back on like I think it was Tsunami, and then
Char's counterattack
since
was on
then-
Tsunami?
How in the hell did you know what was going on? Both of those
I
are side
didn't.
stories.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is up until like recently, I didn't understand what the hell Gundam was at all. I just knew that they were giant robots, and I like giant robots fighting.
There's
In
But
a
now
nutshell,
I've
he
actually, like-
watched Endgame, but never saw any Marvel movies beforehand.
That's
kind of.
actually kind of the truth, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, he got into Gundam by watching Endgame and then just kind of piecing it together from there. Wow.
Yeah.
Or like watching No Way Home and never watching the other two Spider-Men.
That'd be more like the other 5, but yeah.
No, I'm saying the other two Spider-Man series.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So the other 5, yeah, right, that's what you meant. Yeah.
And then I think actually what got me into it this time was the model kits, because I remember buying. We were out and we were at Boone because it was one of our vacations, and we stopped at this little model shop, and I picked up a Jim Command and a Zaku F2.
Okay. Jim Command's a
And,
good suit.
I don't know what any
That
of that means.
started
Jim
my
Custom
building
better.
hobby. I like the Jim Custom too. I have I have like 4 or 5 of them now.
I don't know what any of that means.
The Jim is like the mass-produced Fetty suit.
Fetty Wap?
Federation.
I would call it the good guys suit, but the Fetties are totally not the good guys.
None of them are the good guys.
Nobody's the good guys in
No,
this.
yeah, nobody's the good guy.
You,
Well-
you could say Ayug, but then Char was in Ayug, so it's still.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say, well, the AU, but then I
I'd say the
thought for a
closest
sec.
is
No,
Londo
hang on.
Bell.
No, hold up.
No, Londo
the,
Bell's
the
still
known
from, too.
criminal Char does not exist in the AU. That's Quattro Virginia. It's a
4
common
vaginas?
mistake. I see where you're getting this.
Yeah, no, Quattro Bajima is a separate guy from Char.
Yeah, totally
So
different
is Full
person.
Frontal.
Though I can understand.
Well, Full Frontal's a clone.
That has
Yeah, Full Frontal
the
is an
spirit
actual clone.
of Char in it.
Oh yeah, he does have some of Char's soul in him. That is right. Yes. Some of Char. Okay, some
Ghosts.
Of, yes.
Spooky.
I mean, I'd be terrified of a man named
do.
Full Frontal too.
He did have some glorious hair, though.
I wonder if the carpet matched the drapes.
I mean, as a clone, probably.
But
The only one that you could ask that question and it would actually be like, oh, I wonder, would be Zoltan, because he has 2 different colored hair.
Sultan.
Yeah.
It's actually reversed. Doesn't match.
Oh, damn.
It's perfect mirror.
I mean, in terms of Gundam, what got me into it was.
I mean, I think you and I probably have more like a similar getting into Gundam because we got into it about the same time.
Toonami.
yeah, like Toonami and stuff.
So like
yeah.
Gundam Wing and then into all the other stuff.
I still prefer G Gundam to Gundam Wing, but that's a preference.
And that's
Gundam.
one you have. And
G
I know
Gundam.
people who have that
Gundam
same
is
preference.
G Gundam is like my guilty Gundam. Like I love the goofiness of it. Even though it has like like later on it actually gets serious. I love the goofiness of G Gundam.
Yeah.
It's
This
the
hand of
same
mine.
guy that did Giant Robo actually did G Gundam too, so it makes sense why I like it. Because G Gundam is like, or not G Gundam. Sorry, Giant Robo is like probably one of my favorite anime
Wrong
of all
hand, but
time.
Close enough.
What's up?
Wrong hand, but close enough.
This hand of mine
It's supposed to be like
The
this,
Spock.
burns.
not
It's
this.
an awesome
Because
power.
the binders cover the.
Burning.
It's weird though that it had more like a knight-like hand guard.
That is a little weird. You know what? I do have to say though, the I do prefer G Gundam's dub to the sub because the guy who plays Domon Kashu and Master Asia just carry that shit.
Also, the guy who voiced Domon is a surgeon now,
Yes, I know.
so he can never come back because they can't pay him enough.
I mean, if I was him, I would just come back for the love of just shouting Kyoji.
He also voiced Mega Man,
Did he really?
X specifically.
Huh.
You
Interesting.
would know that. Fucking nerd.
I like Mega Man.
I like Mega Man.
I mean, I could get into the Mega Man model kits now too if you really want.
Are they considered gunpla?
Different company.
So they're not
no.
Gunpla.
It's still a plastic model kit, which is half a gunpla.
I mean, he's not.
Wow,
wrong
at that
there.
point, I may as well start including Warhammer.
Oh god.
Those are miniatures though.
I mean, Warhammer
but they're
does
models.
have a bit of a Gundam reference in it.
You build them, and they're plastic.
Also, shout out to the lost episode of Warhammer.
Yes, where they
Lost
considered model
episode.
kits.
Yes,
Are they? I thought
Sure.
they're literally fall under the miniature category.
sure.
Some of them are model kits, yes, because they're big and have more than like 3 parts.
But are they considered model kits?
So I want you to know, out of all of the kits that I have built for 40K, none of them have been 3 parts. The smallest has been like 8. Yeah.
You have built
Yeah.
half of a foot of a Gundam
Hey man.
on a smaller one.
Hey man. It's a rock star. Get your game on. Go play.
Yeah, some of those
Still
kits
counts
do
as a
get
model.
intricate.
I mean, by that definition, these are model kits.
Sure.
Okay,
Yes,
that's fine. Everything is Gunpla.
Gunpla
No.
is freedom.
Everything is Gunpla.
Other than that,
Up, up.
it needs to be plastic model.
You could buy a plastic gun. Gunpla.
Plastic model.
You have to put it together.
If it
Adds a gun.
functions, it's not a model.
Miniature RC vehicles are also considered models.
They're wrong.
Okay. So you could have a plastic gun model kit, so it's a Gunpla.
Sure.
What about Transformers? What are they? More than meets the eye, that's
Not
what they are.
Gundams.
I hate you.
Not Gundam.
I hate you so much.
Gotcha.
And they have their own model kit line now.
Oh, that's right, they do, yeah.
Oh,
There's
Tranpla?
technically Gunpla Star Wars stuff. Because
Yep.
Bandai makes
Yep.
Transpla.
They made a perfect
Yeah,
grade
true.
Starpla.
of the
'cause,
Millennium Falcon.
Did they really?
Sorry.
It's like $600 now.
Jesus Christ,
Sorry.
that's a lot of money.
Warpla.
That's just Gundam.
Star Wars spa.
Well, I mean, because there's the Mandalorian, there's the Boba Fett's, there's the Slave One.
They have
wait,
My
nope, can't
Hero
call that one that
model
now.
kits.
What?
They have My Hero model kits.
They have Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z.
It's not right. Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Z. And you know it.
I can just now hear Goku with a British accent.
I think there was a British dub of
wouldn't
Dragon
be
Ball at one
surprised.
point. Yes. I like the.
You must be Frieza. I'm gonna boop you on the snake.
I mean, it's almost as bad as Scott McNeil from Canada having a Brooklyn accent for Rat Trap.
Hey yo.
Did you know in Demon City Shinjuku for the dub, they complained about the lead female character's British accent, despite the fact that she herself is actually British? Like, her accent sounds so fake. She's actually British. What?
Congratulations. She sounds so British that she sounds fake.
She's so
don't speak English.
stereotypical. She sounds fake.
Hey yo,
You don't speak English
Frieza.
very well.
I'm walking here.
I'm gonna boop you on the snoot.
Yo, that lady was such a.
Nobody talks like that.
We don't talk like that here.
Nobody talks like that.
Forget about it.
There's a video. Check it out somewhere. Somebody will post it.
This guy's like, "Oh, I'm in New York," and he goes, "Oh, I'm walking." You know,
Oh, I know that video now.
yeah, and then the lady flips out. Yeah, it's a classic.
What is the
I
next?
mean, there is a New York Gundam technically.
There's several.
There's the Maxter and then the Max Revolver.
That was G Gundam series, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because when you think of New York, you think of
I think
Boxer.
of
Boxer.
cowboy, boxer, football, surfer, bro.
or guns in general, which New York.
Yeah, no, that one's Texas technically, the Max Revolver.
Yeah.
It has a cowboy hat. So in G Gundam
His damn name was
manga,
Chibbity Crockett.
oh, that's right, it was. Yeah, in the G Gundam manga, they actually get their upgrade suits because traditionally there's an upgrade suit in Gundam, and they are just the most ridiculous things.
The Windmill Gundam.
Yes, the Netherlands Gundam is the best Gundam though.
The Windmill.
I could raise you on that.
Is it the
Tequila
mermaid
Gundam.
fish? Oh, the Spike Gundam, yes. It has a sombrero.
Censorship.
Does have a sombrero.
And then there's the Mermaid Gundam, which is a fish.
Yep.
And the Noble Gundam, for some odd reason, is a schoolgirl. Still don't understand that one.
Wasn't she like Sweden too or something like that?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Nobel, but they call it Noble.
Yeah, so she's her area Noble Gundam, Ariel, and I forgot about the Shia Quant. Or the three I know female like Gundam
Exia.
Gundams.
You forget
And
Exia.
Exia now.
Spoilers. Not sponsored.
Oh
no.
Not sponsored.
Definitely not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I mean, they've had multiple like feminine style mobile suits.
Yeah, but I'm talking about specifically like an actual female Gundam.
I mean, it depends on what you count as a Gundam at that point. Because like the G Archer.
I wouldn't say that's a Gundam though.
Yeah, but it gets turned into the heart.
Yeah, nerd.
The Arios and the G Archer get turned into the heart.
Oh yeah, okay. Because I thought the G Archer was still separate because what's her name pilots it?
No, because the Haru has a dual cockpit.
Does
Or it
it
has
really?
both of them, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's been a bit since I've seen the second season of Double.
No, that was from the movie. The acid trip of a movie. Oh, yeah, there's
Oh.
aliens.
Yeah, no, they introduced aliens. They introduced aliens twice technically.
How am I just finding out about aliens now?
The first one they don't forget about though, which is hilarious to me.
Technically, wouldn't it be three times if you're counting the one from Seed?
It's the one from Seed with the winged whale,
Which
which,
makes
was the
no
fossil.
damn sense.
And they forget about like they bring it up maybe twice.
Mm-hmm.
There's the ELS from 00.
Mm-hmm.
What's the third one now?
I mean, depending on what you consider as an alien. Because you have,
You're talking about the from Age?
yeah.
No, because those are just humans from Mars. They're colonists, a failed colony. I mean,
I mean, if we're going by that, all of the humans from the other planets. Because they call the witch a Martian. Not Martian, Mercurian.
I think this is the first time they've actually, besides the moons, done actual colony planets in Gundam.
No, Iron-Blood Orphans. They're from Mars.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Unicorn. Not Unicorn. UC. F91 is outside Jupiter.
Sebastian, are you having as much fun as I am?
He's debating on the
Yes.
question right now. Well, we could talk about Lord of the
It's like
Rings.
two Gundam boomers and then like
A guy who has
Gundam
no
millennial
idea.
and then a guy who just exists outside of the plane of existence.
The guy who's here just kind of, anyway.
Slowly wants to kill himself. So outside of money, why do you collect high grades?
I just kind of like the little bit easier and quicker to build.
Okay.
Plus, I feel like I can, when I decide I want to actually start customizing, I feel like I'd be a little bit more. I feel like I'd be a little bit less nonplussed when I was customizing, if I accidentally fucked up like a $15 kit compared to like a $60 kit.
That's why I do the high grades too.
I mean, for me, for customizing, I just do the SD kits.
High grades are the lowest, right?
No, but they're the smaller scale.
They're the cheapest is still the SD stuff, but in terms of like the stuff that actually like looks like
Is
a
it?
Gundam.
Is an entry grade about the same price?
Yeah, no, entry grade, yeah. Entry grade and SD Gundam are about the same price now, that's right, yeah.
No, not yet.
But,
I'm on the phone.
Because like I buy like the SD kits and I custom paint them. Like I bought a bunch of the Son Goku ones. I bought the Kshatriya. The Kshatriya outbox is like red. But I painted it green with like silver accents.
Oh, okay. That
Or
sounds
like
really cool.
the Strike Rouge has like white armor, but it's supposed to be that off pink, so I colored it off pink, and then to match the pilot's hair, I changed it from brown to blonde.
See, well, I'm also like, I want to do like actual like mixing and matching. Like, I want to do like, say, the Destiny's backpack, but instead of having the giant rifle, say, using one of the Vespar rifles from the F91 and, stuff along those lines.
I don't know what went wrong with this podcast.
Started.
I mean, we just kind of
We
doing this as
started
like
off
a
strong and then it
fun
wandered
extra
away.
episode just in case anyway, so.
That's gonna get cut.
You want Gunpla. That's how you get Gunpla.
Yeah,
it's
you're,
just
you're like,
madness.
oh, let's talk about Gunpla because this is Gundam 2, so we'll get into the Gunpla, and then you just kind of got confused because it's a lot of words and stuff that you don't give a shit about.
Keywords, tricky phrases.
I mean, if this was say the Marvel one and you started yammering on about Hulk stuff, I'd start zoning out myself.
But see, I wouldn't do that because there's too much to care about involving Marvel overall. So I would do it for the Hulk one where I would start hulking out.
So,
So, what's your hat?
what?
Your hat.
Oh, my Loot Crate Wing Gundam hat.
And then what's your shirt?
My Rambural shirt from Uniqlo.
Oh yeah, you can't see Sebastian, but Tom over here is wearing a Rambaral t-shirt.
What does that mean?
Nice.
On the back it says it's Nozaku.
What does that mean?
That is actually
That's
my
Nozaku?
favorite.
A
That was
Rambural.
my
That's his name.
favorite fucking. That's my favorite character from UC.
The only
Well,
non-shit
besides
Zeke.
Minerva.
Yeah, he's like the only one of the few good Zeeks.
I
But
don't
then
know
again,
what a
there's a
Zeke
few.
is.
There's a few good
The
Fetties
Zeons.
too.
The what?
Xeon.
I don't know what that means.
We
They're
explained it
the
last time.
bad guys.
Wait,
Oh
air
yeah,
quotes.
the not Boy Scouts.
the space Nazis.
I think I
They're
said
literally
this-
symboled after Nazis.
I was saying the Space Confederacy at first, but yeah, whatever.
They literally say Sieg Xeon.
I'm aware that
They try so hard not to be Nazis, but they're completely Nazis.
I know technically they are modeled after the Nazis, but in terms of how they work plot relevance wise, I would consider them more of Space Confederacy.
I mean, the original Xeon group, yeah, but not the Xeon that they fight. But by the point of the 1 year war, they're just like, kill the freaking Earthlings.
Well, yeah, let's just drop colonies on Earth for no goddamn reason.
Mostly Australia, because fuck Australia.
Yeah, fuck Australia.
Yeah, fuck Australia.
And then you have
And then
stuff.
there's
Dingo,
spiders.
ain't me
They can go
space
to hell.
baby.
We get it. You're from space, Australia.
Spice Hulu.
All I think of is the damn kangaroo Gundam. For the
That's
manga.
right.
Space kangaroos.
Oh, there was a mummy one.
Yeah.
There was
Because
Zeus.
G Gundam was just, how racist can we be and get away with it?
Yeah.
Well, they're Asian.
I mean, there was the zebra Gundam for Neo Kenya. It had a spear and a loincloth. I'm not even joking.
Gotta love it. All right.
Can we just admit on how funny it is? Japan thought Russia is represented by big, dumb convicts and dominatrix prison guards.
Is that not Russia, though?
I mean, you tell me. I've never been.
We're gonna leave off on that question. This has been Stumbling Down History Road,
Hard.
Gundam Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, Gunpla Edition.